Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Frozen Oil. Once again, it's Rich. And the Oilers come out with a pretty gritty win against the New York Rangers. Thanks for tuning in to the game number 67 recap. And I tell you, it was a pretty stressful road trip for the Edmonton Oilers and for all of us fans watching this road trip. We're very lucky to get 2 points against the New York Islanders and a very close game. As we take a look at these stats at MSG, final score 3-1 Oilers. Shots on goal 23-22 in favor of the Oilers. Face-off 51-48 in favor of the Oilers. Power play, Oilers go 1 for 4. Corey Perry with a big power play goal. And the Rangers go 0 for 3, so the penalty kill is starting to click now for the Oilers. And then hits, blocked shots, giveaways, takeaways, all pretty much even. It was a pretty tight game, to be honest with you. It wasn't very exciting, to be honest, to watch this game. Corey Perry opens the scoring. The Rangers tied in the second, and it wasn't until Victor Arvidsson just ripped one shelf on Shesterkin and kind of either a very unbelievable wrister or a very lucky wrister based on his current season that he's having, only his 9th goal, but happy that it went in. And then Mcdavid, with less than 4 minutes left in the game, makes it a 3-1 game for the Oilers, and the Oilers get the win. So happy that they split this road trip. The division is so tight. We need as many wins as we can get here. LA pulled ahead of us as of the recording of this video. And with this Oilers win, the Oilers do pull back into second place into the Pacific. So we'll keep an eye on the standings here as we go get closer and closer to the end of the season and the Stanley Cup playoffs on the horizon. Like I said, pretty uneventful game overall. It was a 1-1 game, and then Arvidsson with that awesome snipe to make it a 2-1 game, and McDavid with the insurance goal. So we'll see how this homestand goes for the Oilers. As per my last video, as I mentioned, I'm still not sold on this team as far as being a major contender. We do have a lot of people missing off the roster right now. Still eagerly awaiting Trent Frederick's debut with the Edmonton Oilers, as just physicality and energy seem to still be missing from the roster. So let's head on over to Twitter/X. Before we do that, we'll take a quick moment here to kindly ask, if you haven't already, to consider subscribing to the channel. We are over 600 followers now and marching towards 700. So thanks to those that have subscribed. We really appreciate it. And if you haven't, please consider subscribing. And as we head over to X here, we'll let you know that you can follow us over at X. Our handle is Frozen Oil Hockey. So check us out. So let's check out what the Oilers faithful have to say here after that gritty win at Madison Square Garden. First one from Klima's Lid. Great game for Stuart Skinner, who was amazing tonight. I'm hopeful he can play this well consistently down the stretch. I'm happy for him. We're all happy for him. And obviously there's no other option but Stuart Skinner. The Oilers organization made that clear at the trade deadline. So of course, all the best to Stuart Skinner and continued success. We're going to need it, that's for sure, going into the playoffs. Next one from David Staples, at D Staples. These are the days, best buddies, McDavid and Draisaitl. And there they are, laughing, chatting it up on the bench, having a good time. I couldn't imagine the feeling playing in Madison Square Garden. That'd be unbelievable. Next one is from DNL at Oilers Analytics. The Oilers are currently on a 2-game winning streak despite being without Hyman, Kane, Frederick, and Ekholm. perhaps Toronto should take some notes on how it's done. Yeah, we are missing still Ekholm, who is a huge miss. Hyman, I'm not sure what's ailing him, but he was out of the lineup today, and Kane's been gone the whole year, so we will get some much-needed reinforcements here as the playoffs approach. Next one from Oilers After Dark. Dry is streaking. Leon Draisaitl with an assist does it. He officially sets a new career high. League best 18-game point streak. Also the most in Edmonton Oilers franchise history since 1988. That is an amazing stat. I mean, you're going into the dynasty days there, so could not imagine where the Oilers would be were it not for Leon Draisaitl for these last 12 games since the Four Nations Cup. Next one from Denny Sawchuk. Walman is a shot blocking machine. And yeah, Walman had a great game again today. Very impressed with Walman. And with Ekholm out of the lineup, he has been filling in great. So can't wait to see what he's like with a little less pressure on his shoulders once we get Ekholm back. That left side should be looking good going into the playoffs. I'm really looking forward to it. Next one from Chris. I think Jeff Skinner looked fantastic tonight on McDavid's wing, re-energized. Looked like an Oiler. Hope he stays there at least for a bit. And I 100% agree with that comment. You know, Skinner getting scratched and you know, buried on the third and fourth line night in and night out doesn't make any sense. You signed him. You tied up $3 million with a cap and you're not playing him. Doesn't make any sense. And he has great hands. So obviously want to see him there. Next one from Tyler DT. I want to see Savoy in the lineup like ASAP. Just send it. Honestly, like give him more than a taste. He's got more scoring prowess than Connor effing Brown. Throw him into the fire. And I agree. We need some youth. And Savoy has a great offensive prowess like you mentioned. And yeah, why not? Like give him an opportunity. And let's see what he does. Next one from Chris Young. I'll say this, the slump the Oilers are currently working their way through out of is coming at the right time so they can find their game and be full stride come playoffs. Great win tonight. And I agree. Where they're at right now is, you know, still at the very, you know, turning point of the slump. Still pretty low to where they're able to play and where they have played before. So hopefully they get it together at the right time of year and go into the playoffs hot. Next one from Daniel Fika. .900 save percentage equals win for the Oilers almost every night. Stu Skinner, you had a good game and look at the result. Please be good in the playoffs. Probably one of the biggest critics of Stuart Skinner, Dan Fika, and all we're asking for is average goaltending. That's it. Low tide. McDavid, period. Inevitable, period. And yeah, just a great snipe from Connor McDavid there for the insurance goal. What a goal. And last but not least, Chill Ranford. Credit to the Oilers for pulling out a couple of gritty wins versus Sorokin and Shesterkin. Needed that depth goal from Arvidsson so bad. And that we did. Just such a timely goal. Oilers have been, you know, missing all the secondary production from anyone other than 97 and 29. And look what happens. We get a goal from Arvidsson today, and it's the game-winning goal and a massive goal. Hopefully, you know, he can keep producing here because, like I said at the beginning of the year, Arvidsson on LA last year in the playoffs, every time he would get the puck, I would start to get worried. So hopefully he can bring that kind of danger aspect to his game again and help the Oilers get to the promised land. So that's pretty much it for today's episode. A pretty uneventful game other than the fact that we squeezed one out against one of the top goalies in the league. Skinner only allowing one goal. Not a very busy night for him, but glad to see he got a win. Hopefully he can build on that. And Nugent Hopkins with 3 points, although those were some real goal scorer goals that put those in. But regardless, he ends up with 3 points. Hopefully that can boost his offensive production as well. And next game is on Tuesday at home versus the Utah Hockey Club. So I am wondering what they are going to name their team next year, because I heard the Yetis is not available. So I wonder what they're going to go with. Very interested in finding that out. So that'll do it for today's episode. Thanks so much for watching. And most importantly, go Oilers, go.
Frozen or hockey, the channel you need. Oilers on the ice, unstoppable speed. Chasing the cup, we're gonna succeed. With David leading, we're built to exceed. Frozen or hockey,